guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing another makeup tutorial for you guys. I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial based on this look that I'm wearing right here. This look is inspired by Patrickstarrr'S, as you guys could tell by the turban. I wanted to create this look because I hardly wear blue on my eyes. Blue is very hard to use. Like, to me it is. I don't really know how to pair it and stuff like that. But I just wanted to try it because I did buy like a little sample of blue glitter, so I was like, what the hell, I'll just do this tutorial. And I did want to incorporate the turban. It is Patrickstarrr'S signature look. Let me just tell you guys, doing this turban is very hard. You have to practice and practice just to get the shape you want. But after you get it, it's very easy. I like the way when you wear the turban because it pulls your face back and it just gives you like a no plastic surgery lift. Facelift. But anyways, if you guys want to see how I create this look, please stay tuned. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and leave me comments down below on what you guys want to see next. Bye guys. First, I'm going to be applying my primer. I'm using my Urban Decay primer potion in the shade Original, and I'm going to be blending that out with my finger. And then I'm going to be grabbing my Morphe M208 and grabbing my translucent powder and setting my crease because I have very oily lids, so they tend to move, my shadows tend to move around. So setting it with a translucent powder is what works for me. Then I'm going to be grabbing that shade I pointed out from the Morphe 35O palette, and I'm going to be using this as my transition shade. The brush I'm going to be using, it's from the Wet n Wild collection, the white and the pink bristle collection. And then I'm going to be using that orangey type shade, and I'm going to be concentrating this in my crease because I do want to add that warm shade to my crease. And I am using my Morphe M441 brush, and I'm just going to be blending this out until I want the color I want. Going back into my Morphe 35O palette, grabbing that reddish brownish shade and placing this in my crease. First, I'm just going to be going windshield wiper motions, and once I already have that color in my crease, I'm going to be grabbing my Morphe M441 brush and blending the edges out. And then I'm going to be going back into that shade and putting more color in my crease and grabbing my Morphe M441 and going in circular motions to blend it out. Then I'm going to be going into my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette and grabbing the shade Punk. And I'm going to be packing this in my inner and outer corner. And I'm using the brush by Coastal Scents BRCN06. You want to pat this shade to give you more dimension into the crease because this is a halo effect eye. And then I'm going to be going back into a fluffy blending brush. This brush that I'm using right here doesn't have a number, but just use what works for you and just blend the edges. And then if you feel like you lost that color, just add a little bit more. I just applied a white primer in the center of my lids to make that blue eyeshadow pop. That blue eyeshadow, I don't remember where I got it from, but I did spray my brush with my Mario Badescu Rose Water to make that color a little bit more metallic. The brush I'm using is my Morphe M167, and then I'm going back into that same blending brush and blending the edges out. Then I'm going to be going into my Makeup Forever Artist 1 palette and grabbing the black shade in there and just putting this in my inner and outer corner just to add a little bit more dimension, and the black will make that blue pop a little bit more. And then again going back into the blending brush and blending the edges out. This look is all about blending. Then I'm going to be grabbing a little bit of eyelash glue and putting it in the center of that eyelid, which is on top of that blue eyeshadow. And I'm going to be going into this gorgeous blue glitter that I love, and I'm going to be packing that into the center of my lid just to give me that pop of blue and make that blue pop a little bit more. Then I'm going to be applying my wing eyeliner. I'm using my NYC liquid liner. This liner is the best of the best. I've tried all the liquid liners out there, and I just keep going back to this one. When using glitter on your eyelids, it's best for you to use liquid liner because if you use a gel eyeliner, once you go over the glitter with the gel eyeliner, it's going to get all clumpy. Unless you do your wing eyeliner first and then apply the glitter, then that would work. And then I'm going to be going back into my Morphe 35O palette and grabbing that white shade and using that as my brow highlight. And then I'm going to be applying my lashes. I found these lashes on an app called Wish, and I find these to be a very good dupe to the Vegas Snake Grand Glamour lashes. Then we're going to be going into prepping our skin. I'm going to be applying this Neutrogena Shine Control Primer just on my T-zone because I've been very oily there lately. And I'm just going to be blending this out with my fingers. Then I'm going to be applying my foundation. I'm using my Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation in the shade Honey Tan. And I'm just applying it straight to my face from the bottle. And then I'm going to be blending this out with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I used to love this foundation like a while ago, but it just got lost in my foundation collection because I've been trying other foundations. But I was cleaning my foundation drawer out and I found it and I tried it and I just like fell in love with it again. And then I'm going to be color correcting under my eyes. I'm using my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the shade Orange. And I'm going to just be blending that out with my fingers. And then I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the shade Pure Beige and putting that under my eyes in the center of my nose and my chin. And I'm going to be blending that out with my Morphe M334 brush. And then I'm going to be grabbing my Airspun translucent powder and setting my under eye and my whole face with this powder. Then I'm going to be going into my Makeup Geek contour powders and grabbing the shade Medium Warm, I think it was, and just contour my cheekbones and my forehead. And then going into my Kat Von D contour palette and grabbing those two shades and then just giving my cheekbones a little bit more definition. And then I'm going to be using my Airspun translucent powder again just to clean up my contour, just for it to give me a sharper look. And then I'm going to be applying it under my eyes just to give me a little bit of extra brightness under there. Then I'm going to be using my Morphe Gel Black Eyeliner in the shade Slate. And then I'm going to be applying this in my waterline. And then I'm going to be grabbing my Morphe M169 pencil brush and blending that out. Then I'm going to be going back into my Morphe 350 palette and grabbing that orangey tone shadow and smoking my lower lash line a little bit more, and this will also set the gel eyeliner. Once again, going back into my Morphe 350 palette and grabbing that pink champagne shimmer shade and placing this in my inner tear duct. And then I'm going to be placing a little bit of glitter glue and placing this frosty white glitter just to give me a little bit more pop of glitter because you could never have too much glitter. And then I'm going to be applying mascara to my upper and bottom lashes. I'm using my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. Then I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Fixed Powder Foundation in the shade NC42 to take off my Airspun translucent powder because the Airspun powder does leave like an ashy cast on your skin, and using a powder color foundation will help take the ashiness away. And for my highlight, I'm going to be going into this Anastasia Glow Kit. I'm using the shade Bubbly, and I'm just going to be applying this to the tops of my cheekbones for that instant highlight. And I just felt like my skin needed a little bit more bronze. So I went into this LA Girl Cosmetics blush collection in the collection Spice and grabbed the bronzer that's in there and just rubbed it over the places I contoured. Then I'm going to be grabbing a damp beauty sponge and going over the highlight. I like doing this trick because it just melts the highlight into your skin and it just looks like a natural glow instead of having like a powder glow. And then I'm going to be going into my eyebrows. I'm using my NYX Cosmetics Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Chocolate. And I'm just going to be using this pencil to outline my eyebrows. And then I'm going to be going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dual Powder in the shade Chocolate. And I'm going to be grabbing the lightest shade in there and just filling in the rest of my brow. Then I'm going to be lining my lips with this Italia Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Spice. Then I'm going to be using this lipstick sample. This lipstick is by the Gwen Stefani collection with Urban Decay. This shade is Ex-Girlfriend. So I'm just going to be applying this all over my lips. And on top of that, I'm going to be using a M.A.C Cosmetics lip gloss. I don't remember the shade of this. It erased. But I'm just going to be putting this in the center of my lips just to lighten them and just to make them look more powderier. And I'm going to be going into my LA Girl Cosmetics blush collection in the style Spice and putting blush on my cheekbones. When I put blush on my face, I like to concentrate it on the backs of my cheekbones. I don't like to put blush on the apples because it'll just make my face look more rounder and it'll just look more fatter. And I'm just going to be blending it into my bronzer and everything with a dual fiber brush. Then I'm going to be using my Mario Badescu Rose Water and spraying my face. This will help melt all the powders I used into my skin and not make my face look so cakey. Well guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy watching this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video and share it with your friends and family. Also and always, all the products used and mentioned during this video will be down in the description box. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.